Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lawrencia and this is Bantz with Lawrencia. Let me just dive into today's episode because it is hot. It is very hot. I mean, we're talking about Halima, Nollywood actress Halima Abubakar's alleged relationship, although she has confirmed it with GO of Omega Fire Ministry, Apostle Johnson Suleman. So this news has been brewing for a very long time, as in it's been on social media for since 2015, to be honest with you. But people has been speculating because nobody actually came out. The only person that came out was Stephanie Otobo, but because of everybody discredited her because at some point she came out to deny the whole thing. But before I get into all those things, let me start with Nollywood actress Halima Abubakar. So Halima started acting when she was 13 years old. She said she was in her JS3 when she started acting. By the way, she grew up in Kano. She was born and brought up in Kano. She is from, I think, Kogi State or something, but she was born and bred in the north. So if you know the northern state, I was born in Kaduna, so I know it's a very conservative state, but her image is not aligning with the image of somebody who grew up in the north. So I think that was how she became very famous. Or me, that was the first thing I noticed about Halima Abubakar. Halima is a very good actress. She has worked hard for herself. I mean, somebody that started acting when she was in JSS3 up until this point, she's 37 years old now. And so she has done well for herself. So I think all of a sudden, people started seeing Halima in a different light. Halima started traveling around the world. Halima started driving G-Wagon. People started speculating that these Nollywood actresses, I mean, that speculation has been on for a very long time, that Nollywood actresses allegedly, they don't, it's not just acting that give them money. Like they do other things, hook up to give them money. But a lot of people say if it was the guys that are driving, working hard and being successful, nobody will tell them their success or attribute their success to a man or to hook up. So that was kind of the conversation that has always been going on between Nollywood actresses and people who bash them or those that support them. So Halima Abubakar, she dresses well. She's a movie producer. She is an actress, an award-winning actress, for that matter. So she is an accomplished Nollywood actress. Until 2019, when another Nollywood actress, Kozi Ojako, came out to accuse her of, she first of all wrote a piece about Halima being a snake. She introduced Halima to somebody, and before then, Nollywood actress Kozi Ojako, an article was written about her that she is a hookup person. She, does runs for money. In fact, there was this news that they said she slept with a dog. I don't know how true, because she came out and denied it. She said it was for a movie role, but there was this rumor that was brewing at that point that Kozi Ojako is into runs and all that. And then Halima Abubakar, she actually mentioned Halima Abubakar, that Halima was the one that peddled that rumor. Halima was the one that paid blogs and newspapers to carry that rumor. So she gave her reasons that she came out and kind of owned it, to be honest, because she said she is like a madam, basically, arranging girls for Apostle Suleman. She mentioned his name, and we're talking about 2019. She mentioned Apostle Johnson Suleman's name. Before then there was Stephanie Otobo, but let me just try and put this in a way that people understand. So she was like that. She introduced Halima Abubakar to Apostle Suleman Johnson, and after the introduction, Halima felt that she can do the job better, so she started peddling all these rumors that she is doing things with animals and all that. So at the end of the day, Suleman discharged Kozio Jako, who introduced Halima Abubakar allegedly introduced Halima Abubakar to Apostle Johnson Suleman. So Kozio Jako and Halima Abubakar kind of fell out, and Halima Abubakar continued her relationship with Apostle Johnson Suleman. Now, Apostle Johnson Suleman is a married man with 6 children, or six children. The ones that he is aware of from his wife, let me put it that way. All these rumors were going on, and he always denies it, and the wife always stand by him, saying that her husband is a godly man, her husband is this, and her husband is that. Kozi actually came out and listed names of people that she has introduced to Apostle Johnson Suleman. She said she has about 30 names, as in 30 Nollywood actresses, because at that point, every actress, they were doing like G-Wagon composition. Everybody was buying G-Wagon. Everybody was flying to Paris. Everybody was going on vacation. And people were thinking, is this just this Nollywood movies that these people are making money from? A lot of them said, we have businesses that we're doing. This is not just what we do to make money, because at that point, the male actors were not doing great. In fact, when any of them, like the elderly ones, become sick, they always come out on social media to beg for money. So people thought, or people were saying, speculating that these women, there is something that is somebody that is bankrolling them. So that was how the rumor was going. So since Halima continued her relationship with Apostle Johnson Suleman, allegedly she kind of disappeared from Nollywood movies. People missed her because she's a very good actress. But before then, before even Kozi came out to say all these things, there is another lady, Stephanie Otobo. Stephanie Otobo in 2015 said that she met Apostle Johnson Suleman in Canada. So she was a friend of hers was getting married in Nigeria, and she said her parents were disturbing her to get married. So she was like asking the friend, how did you meet your husband, and how did you know that he is the one for you? She said because she don't want to make any mistake in marrying somebody that she's going to have a problem with. So the friend told her that she contacted Apostle Johnson Suleman. He prayed over the relationship, and he confirmed that her husband is truly her husband, like they are match made in heaven. And he said okay, that since she checked out Apostle Johnson Suleman and found out that he will be in Canada, because Stephanie is based in Canada, so she said she checked him out, and he was supposed to have a program in Canada. So she booked a flight from Ontario to wherever the program was. She attended, but she did not meet Apostle Johnson Suleman because she already had his contact. So she said after the whole program, she went home and she messaged him that, okay, I want to get married. This is somebody I'm dating. I just want to pray over it to tell me if this is my husband, basically. Africa, the way they put all their belief or all their trust in a pastor. A pastor can tell you this is not your husband. A pastor can tell a married woman that your husband is not who you're destined to be with. You are not supposed to marry this. Like breaking homes. A lot of these people actually break homes because they will tell you this is not your husband. Somebody that you're married to, somebody that you have kids with, they will tell you this person is hindering your destiny, and this is how they break homes. So she felt that since her friend, this man, like a spiritual advisor, advised her friend, and her friend was successful, that she will be successful if Apostle Johnson Suleman advised her. So she said she contacted Apostle Johnson Suleman, and the first thing he did was to send her £6,000 that he likes her because she sent her pictures to him. So he was like, oh, you're beautiful, I like you, I and my wife were no longer intimate, I would like somebody to be intimate with, and he sent her 6,000. I think with that 6,000, Stephanie lost it, basically. She started dating Apostle Johnson Suleman until she got pregnant. Apostle Johnson Suleman invited her to Nigeria because he said he didn't want the pregnancy, but she felt, you're a man of God, you said you're going to marry me, now that I am pregnant, why don't you want the pregnancy? So she was kind of ignoring him until he invited her to Nigeria, according to Stephanie. So when she got to Nigeria, Apostle Johnson Suleman gave her a drink, and when she drank it, she started bleeding. She said she lost a pregnancy and she bled for 6 months. She said she bled for 6 months, and she was going from church to church to deliver her, and she said that was how her problem, that was how she came out and was fighting Apostle Johnson Suleman. So Stephanie was already there. A lot of other women came out and accused Apostle Johnson Suleman of, having intimate relationship with them, and kind of abandoning them. Apostle Johnson Suleman was buying cars for a lot of actresses. People were saying this is not normal. Like, how can a man of God be buying all these things for just Nollywood actresses? Some people said, he's doing all these things for publicity. Some other people said this is not just publicity, because the rumors behind it is that he is having an affair with these actresses. Also, these actresses will come out and deny that, oh, this is their spiritual father, this is their man of God, this is their pastor. So why are people, even if he buys a car for them or buy a house for them, why are people being jealous about it? Even the wife will come out and say, my husband is holy, my husband is a pastor, my husband sees God. So back to Halima Abubakar. Halima has been off, movie scene for a very long time, but she's always influencing. She's doing videos on social media. In 2020, Halima came out, posted a picture and said that she has given birth to a baby boy. Everybody was like, when was Halima pregnant? Because the lifestyle that she was living, there is no way Halima will not do maternity shoots, because that's one of the things that they always do. Even if they don't tell you that they were pregnant, after they announce the birth of the child, they will announce it with maybe a pregnancy pic or maternity shoot. So people were thinking, Halima, you're in our faces almost every day. If you were pregnant, you would have, said something, or even show a maternity photo shoot or something like that. Then people were still arguing based on that one. The lady that she took her picture, because she posted a baby's hand, newborn picture of a baby's hand holding the mother. An American lady came out and said, Halima, you stole my picture. This is my baby. Why are you, passing my picture as your baby? Halima apologized and said she didn't want to show the picture because her baby was born premature, but she just wanted to announce to the world that she has given birth. Then people started speculating that Halima, this is, even if you have given birth to a premature baby, you would have showed the picture. Maybe you're in the hospital, maybe you were pregnant. There has to be a picture of something, not stealing somebody else's picture to post as your own. Even if the baby is born premature, you would have had like a pregnancy selfie or something to show that this is actually your baby. Halima kind of disappeared. Before you could say Jack, Halima posted a baby picture where she was doing like a child dedication, that this is her baby. So everything was just fantastic lies that she was allegedly just putting together to cover a bigger story. Nobody knew what she was trying to cover. Nobody understood why Halima would come out and claim that she gave birth when, from all indication, there was no pregnancy, not to talk of her giving birth to any baby. So fast forward a few months later, Gist Lover came out to say that Halima is very sick. Halima is in a very critical condition, and the person that caused the whole problem is Apostle Johnson Suleman, because when they were dating, she got pregnant. She wanted to keep the pregnancy. He refused. And what he did to Stephanie, and Stephanie actually said that before her, the Apostle told her that the person that got pregnant before her, that he frustrated that person until the person allegedly ended their life. So he was indirectly telling her that if she keep the baby, she will meet the same fate. So when Halima got pregnant and refused to get rid of it, Apostle Johnson Suleman did something to her, whether physical, whether spiritual, and she lost the pregnancy and she kept bleeding. Halima said she was allegedly, this was what she sent to Gislova a couple of months ago, that she bled for, like, she was bleeding. She spent over 30 million naira to treat herself. Her stomach, she released videos of her stomach looking pregnant. She said when she was walking on the street, people thought she was pregnant, and the baby, she just decided to use the baby to kind of make people think, okay, she was actually pregnant and she gave birth to a child. So this was all cover up that Halima was trying to do, and Halima was really sick. And according to Gislova, she was allegedly at the brink of dying because, she had all these sicknesses that even after spending 30 million naira, no, doctors were not finding anything wrong with her. There was nothing medically wrong, but Halima's health was deteriorating. She was bleeding like for months. Gislova, in the midst of all these things, Gislova released about 30 names. Remember, Kozio Jacko in 2019 said she had introduced over 30 people to Apostle Johnson Suleman. Now, this is not even Stephanie. Stephanie, he met in Canada, where he went for ministerial service, and allegedly met her there. They started a relationship. She got pregnant, and when he gave her that drink, she bled for like 6 months. So it's not just Kozi introducing over 30 people to him. He was also meeting people individually, allegedly. So Gislova came out with over 30 names of Nollywood actresses, notable Nollywood actresses that were allegedly having something with Apostle Suleman. Some of them came out and denied it. Queen Wokoye came out and said that is not true. Georgina Onoha came out. These are people that actually came out and refuted Gislova's claim that did not happen. Daniela Okeke came out and said lies, lies, lies. Sean George came out and said this is not true. I think that was what triggered Halima Abubakar, because Halima said she was the one that personally took Sean George to Apostle Johnson Suleman. That she took Sean George to Apostle Johnson Suleman. So why would she come out in public and deny what she knows was true? So Halima was angry and attacked Sean George because she said Sean George was the one peddling rumors. You know how I think the government shifted from, how Kozio Jacko introduced Halima to Apostle Johnson Suleman, and she took over from Kozio Jacko. That was the same thing that Halima was saying, that she introduced Sean George to Apostle Johnson Suleman, and she told lies against that. Exactly what she did to Kozi. The same thing happened to her, and she's crying wolf. But that is not the point. The point here is that these women are coming out and pointing the same person. The reason why I didn't talk about this all this while, when all these things was going on, because everybody was talking about it and it seemed like too good to be true. It's like, if all these women are coming out to say that this man of God is doing all these things and he is still actively preaching, actively ministering, his church is still growing every day. Stephanie came out, said something. Kozio Jacko, who fell out with him, came out and said she introduced over 30 girls to him. Halima Abubakar, who Kozio introduced to him, is coming out now because she's having health challenges. A lot of other women, there's this Ghanaian actress who ran mad, and people were saying that as soon as you get pregnant for him, something will happen to you, because the agreement is not for you to get pregnant. So something will happen to you that will make you, if you're stubborn about it, you may not come out alive to tell the story. And all these things was going on. People were not even taking it seriously. I remember a friend called me when it was still really hot. She said, she was like, don't get involved in Apostle Johnson Suleman case. I was like, listen, the only person sitting on this table that will make me talk about it is Halima Abubakar, because she is the one that is sick. She is the one that, is bleeding, and she is the head of the person that is making Gistlover to talk about this. Yes, she's sending things to Gistlover, allegedly sending things to Gistlover, but not coming out to call out Apostle Johnson Suleman. I said the only way I will talk about it is if Halima herself comes out and say that she had a relationship with Apostle Johnson Suleman, and as a result of that relationship, her health is suffering. As a result of that relationship, she has been bleeding for years now, and she has not recovered. She has lost money. If she come out and say that this is the genesis of our problem, then I am going to say something about it. Now, this is a man that, if we were to go by what Stephanie Utobo has said, met her in Canada. Before he even met her, he sent her $6,000. This is a man of God. Stephanie even showed his dick pic. Stephanie had so much evidence against this man we're talking about. Stephanie, I don't think people understand the gravity of... I understand that some people say, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. But your prophet is allegedly harming people. Your prophet is getting people pregnant and making them, either have miscarriages or give them something. I don't know what he's doing to them, but this is what is going on. This is even people working with your prophet are saying that this man is doing things that he's not supposed to be doing. I think it's time for Africans to really rethink religion, to really rethink people they put their faith in. Put your faith in God. If COVID has not taught us anything, it is the fact that you can stay in your house and you worship God. You don't need a man of God. You don't need a building to worship God. The Bible said, ye are gods. Me sitting down here, I believe I am a God of my own because my father is a God. We are looking at Charles now. Charles is not King Charles because his mother was a queen. So if God is a king and it's not selective kingship, everybody that is an offspring of God, if you believe that God is your father, ye are gods. You don't need all this man of God. Okay, even if you need spiritual guidance and spiritual father, if that person is now taking you to the level that you think, like Stephanie, the way he got her was to send her £6,000, and if $6,000. So if you are in a certain situation and you need money, and then a man of God, without even seeing you, is giving you $6,000, there are very few people who resist that. So you can see the MO he's working with, and all these actresses, because they want to buy houses, drive the latest car, travel around, pepper people on social media, they do things that they are not supposed to do. This is the reason why for tomorrow, like all these things going on, nobody mentioned Tonto Dike. Halima Abubakar is like very close friends with Tonto Dike, but Tonto Dike is busy doing her thing. She's hustling. She will come out, fight everybody, but in that regard, you cannot come out and say this is who the relationship that she had. They were all public and everybody knows about them. So, and she is living her life. She's living large. Tonto Dike is a multi-millionaire. And she got her money. I am not saying that she is a saint, but in terms of all these pastor and hookup things, you will not hear Tonto Dike's name there. And these are her close friends. These are her colleagues. But she chose a different path. My point is, you mustn't do hookup to be where you want to be. I think the problem there is people don't have patience. People want to join the bandwagon, or people are going to Paris. Okay, how do I get quick? Because allegedly he gives them 400,000 per night. That was then when he was still with Stephanie. Stephanie said this was like 2015 that she met him. These are all the things that he was saying. 400,000 naira per night in 2015. So right now he might be giving them millions per night, and he's also involved in trees. If we we start talking about Apostle Johnson Suleman, we'll be here all day and all night. My point is, be spiritual. Don't be religious. Be spiritual. Even if you're going to be religious, choose your spiritual guidance or fathers, in this case, wisely. If somebody is your pastor, if somebody is your priest, if somebody is your imam, and they are telling you things that you know, because this is black and white. We know what is good and what is bad. If your spiritual father, your spiritual guidance, your spiritual counselor is telling you things that you know is wrong, morally, ethically, and because this person is your all and all, or this person is paying you money and you're suspending all these things to do what they ask you to do, coming out to cry. I mean, yes, we can sympathize with you in the case of Halima that is going through so many health challenges, but at the end of the day, she made that choice. We can sympathize with Stephanie Otobo for, all the things that she went through, her arrest and everything, what she is still putting her family through, but at the end of the day, she made that choice. She took that $6,000 and she is still going through it just because she wanted money, or just because somebody manipulated her. Sometimes it's not juju, sometimes it's greed, sometimes it's just people wanting to live lifestyles that they know at that point they cannot afford. And don't come and be stressing us on social media. We are tired, honestly. All this Apostle Johnson Suleman issue, I just wanted to rant about it because I'm just tired of the whole thing. And even a lot of people are still going to his church. A lot of people are still going to fall victims. Not because people are not talking about it, but because they don't want to listen. So what do you do when you're even talking and people refuse to listen? You just sit down. When they fall victim, you empathize with them. That's all I have to say. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Please like, share, comment on this video, and also subscribe to my channel. Subscription is free. Subscribe. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. Bye bye.